Okay, cool. So let me quickly walk you through the syllabus for the class. Okay. So those who are new for this class, so let me walk you quickly through the syllabus. So we have the syllabus starting from the basic to the advanced Excel. So we are going to start with the very basic of the Excel, about the Excel workbook, about the Excel worksheets, what are the different options and views available within the worksheet, what data formats and layout options are available, formatting, slicers, filters within the Excel, what are the different workbook elements, how to create the tables, different styles within the table, filtering record and sorting within the tables, how to create the dynamic ranges, how to do the automation for the small task, different functions and formulas. Again, here we are going to start with the very basic functions and formulas to very advanced, include the formulas and functions in combination. Again, we have the charts and objects. So again, here we are going to start with the very basic charts to the advanced chart, how to create the dashboards with the help of the charts and how to use different functions and formulas. Then we have the advanced formulas, different advanced options within the Excel, including the basic introduction to the Power Query, basic VBA coding, VBA macros, and different shortcuts. So our syllabus is going to cover everything from the starting from the basic to the advanced level. Any questions for the syllabus? Anything? Okay. So I'm taking it as a no.
So, hi Sanket, what is the
Yeah.
duration of the class?
Okay. So I'm coming to that point. So duration of the class will be the 2 months because given we have the weekend batch. So we have class only on the weekend. So timing will be 11 to 12:30. So total 16 classes. But again, depending upon the coverage of the syllabus, so it may be extended for the one or another week. So duration will be 2 months. Any other question? Anything else?
So, at the end of the class, are you going to cover any end-to-end project
Sorry.
on Excel, building a dashboard from scratch?
Yeah, we are going to build a dashboard from the scratch. Before starting the dashboard, we are going to learn about the functions, formulas, different charts, and then we are going to create the dashboard. And again, how to do the automation within the dashboard, within the some basic functions or basic task which we are completing on the daily basis. So we are going to learn that. Yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
So, in this syllabus, you're going to cover some part of Power Query.
Yep. We are going to cover the basic introduction to the Power Query and the common functions and the common options which we are utilized within the Power Query. Anything else?
No, nothing.
Okay, cool. So at the end of the course, you will able to understand about the basic fundamentals of the Excel, different functions and formulas. We are going to cover more than 100 formulas, some advanced analytic skills like slicer, charts, Power Query, Power Pivot, etc. Then different visualizations, how to create the effective visualizations with the help of the chart, functions, formulas, introduction to the VBA and macros. And the most important thing which we are going to learn here is the how to do the AI integration with Excel. So this is the last part of the course. Once you have the basic understanding about the Excel, then we will learn about how to do the AI integration with the Excel. And you will be also able to remember the lots of the shortcuts which are used commonly. So this is the overall objective of the course. So those who are from any background, those who don't know anything about the Excel, they will also able to understand Excel. We are going to learn from the very basic scratch to very advanced level. Any question on this? Okay, cool. So the flow of course will be like we will learn about some basics about the Excel, about the basic terminologies, user interface of the Excel, workbook, worksheet, formatting, etc. Then we will start with the basics and functions and formulas within the Excel. Then we will start with, at in stage 3 we will start with the basic functions and formulas along with the different data analytics options available within the Excel. So we will start both these advanced functions and formulas along with the data analytics tool. So this will go hand in hand. Another one is that some advanced data analytics tools which are there, like basic VBA macros, Power Pivot, Power Query, etc. And stage 5 will include the data visualizations. And the last one will be the AI integration and remaining all the topics. So this will be the flow, which is going to be start with the basic introduction of the Excel to the intermediate level some options and some advanced level options. Okay. So basically, we also provide the practice assignments, like uh, depending upon the each formulas. Like for example, here some practice assignments are there, like some formula is there. So some practice questions will be provided for you. You have to do the practice, and in the next class we will discuss each question one by one. So questions are designed in such a way that you're able to learn a lot. For example, let's take example here. Some is there normal, some questions are there, then some advanced level some questions are there. So here you can see how to use the relative reference, absolute reference within the sum formulas. So the objective of these assignments will be that if anyone provide you any case study, any questions during the interview process, then you will be able to solve it. Or in case you have to use the sum formula in different ways while working, then also you should be able to use it in different ways, right? So this is the basic objective of these assignments. And we are going to provide an assignment for each and every formula which we are going to be cover here. And we are going to do the discussion of each and every assignment question. Anything else? Any question? Okay,
No, sir.
okay, cool. And I have already discussed about the duration. Duration will be the 2 months. We are going to start with the weekend batch. 11 to 12:30 will be the timing for the classes. Okay, cool. So today we are not going to start with the formulas, but today we are going to understanding about some of the basic concepts about the Excel. Okay, cool. So anyone is here who don't know about the Excel? Anything very new to the Excel? Everyone is familiar with the Excel? Okay.
Not to the advanced level, like at
Mhm.
least we have, whenever there is any task, we are in a position to complete that.
Okay. Okay. So basic to intermediate level of understanding is there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. No worries. If you don't know about anything about the Excel, then also that's fine because we are going to cover from the scratch. So our method will be like, it's not going to promote the mug up of the things, but it will clear the basic logic and concepts. Okay. So let's start with a very basic understanding about the Excel. So what is Excel? Anyone? So Excel is nothing but the spreadsheet application, right? So what is spreadsheet applications? So So few of you may know about the spreadsheet paper. So spreadsheet paper is there, which is used in the accounting, right? So it contains the rows and columns. So it contains the rows and columns. So like this spreadsheet paper is there. So the concept of Excel came from this spreadsheet paper, which contains the vertical columns. So Excel has vertical columns, right? And the horizontal rows. Okay, so these are the rows and these are the columns, right? So how many rows are there? I can go to the end. I can see here 10,48,576, right? 10,48,576 rows are there. How many columns are there? So you can see here by default, columns are indicated by the alphabets, right? Rows are by default, columns are indicated by alphabets and rows are indicated by the numbers. So how many columns are there? So total 16,384 columns are there. You can check. So by default, Excel has A1 referencing style. A1 is nothing but, you can see here, it is composed of the alphanumeric system, right? So let me show you how many columns are there. We can change the reference style. So we are going to cover this topic in our upcoming sessions. If you don't know about the reference style, no worries right now. I just want to show how many columns are there. You can see here 16,384 total columns are there, right? Cool. Okay. So anyone knows that why Excel has 16,384 columns and 10,48,576 rows? Why not like 16,385 columns or any extra or any less column? Why we have specific 16,384 columns, and why we have the exact 10,48,576, not even 577 or 575 columns? Anyone knows the logic behind this? Anyone?
No.
Okay, cool. So you know, Excel works in binary system, right? How Excel works? Excel works in binary system. So binary system is nothing but the base 2 system, right? So what is the base 2 system?
0 and 1. Power of 2.
Yeah, power of 2, right? So if you look at the columns, so how columns are there? 2 raised to 14, right? So which comes to the 16,384. So right now, Excel has a 2 raised to 14 columns, right? So why not? The question is that why not 16,385 or any other number? So power can be like, if it is 14, then next will be the maybe 15, right? So 15. So how much it is becoming? 32,000, right? So always,
Yes.
yep. Sorry, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So right now, why it is holding the 2 raised to 14 because right now the software and hardware of the Excel is supporting only this much capacity, and with the help of the this much capacity, it is working effectively, right? So right now it is able to work only with the 2 raised to 14 columns because of the efficient processing and memory management. Okay, so right now it is supporting with that capacity only. So how many rows are there? 10,48,000. So which is nothing but the to the power 20, right? So this is coming to the 10,48,576, right? So any question on this? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, cool. You got the logic behind the number of rows and columns. Okay, cool. So what is the purpose of the application of the Excel? Anyone knows the purpose of the objective? What are the applications at broad level? Anyone knows? Any answer?
So can you please repeat the question once?
Okay. So what are the basic applications of the Excel?
When maintaining data or records.
Okay, cool. So Excel has three main applications. The first one is that data organization. Okay. So first one is the data organization. Second one is that data analysis. And the third one is that visualization. So all applications for which you are currently utilizing the Excel comes under these three applications. So data organization is nothing but storing the data in a structurized way, right? So data analysis, where we are using the different functions, formulas, pivot tables.
Ankit sir, is it functions? Is it a functions Excel doing, or is it an application it has of Excels?
So it has functions. So for
Yeah,
example,
so it is
functions.
functions of Excel, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
yep. For example, sum is the function, right? So we have the sum,
Yeah.
average, heap. So like these functions are there. So we are going to cover the important topic in upcoming classes, that what is the difference between the functions and formulas, right? So just
No,
right
no.
now
The
remember that
question-
this sum, average,
the
heap are the
question was-
functions.
My
Okay.
question was like you said, right? Data organization, data analysis, and visualizations are the applications of Excel, right?
Yep.
So
broad
yeah,
applications, I'm talking about the use cases only. Yeah. In terms of
Okay.
uses.
Okay, this is what we can use with using the Excel, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, sir.
So I have classified these uses broadly into these three categories, right? Anything else?
No.
Okay, cool. So anybody knows who developed Excel? Which company? Any idea? So its name itself indicate we are commonly saying Microsoft Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was developed by the Microsoft. So initially, the first version was launched in 1985. So at that time, it was developed for the Apple. So in 1985, it was developed for the Apple Macintosh. Macintosh is nothing but the MacBook. Okay. So later in 1987, it was launched for other window applications. So Excel for different devices. So right now you can see my Excel, or you are also using the Excel. So this Excel is for the window. So this is for the window operating system, right? Another one that we have is for the Excel for mobile, iOS and Android. And third one is that Excel Online. Okay, cool. So right now you can see this one is Excel for the window. We have Excel for mobile applications also. So we can download Excel. Yes. So you can simply download the Excel for your mobile application. So what, anybody knows what, for what purpose we can use Excel within the mobile? So it can be only used for the basic editing and just for basic editing and viewing the content within the Excel. So window, right now the window is the most advanced functions, which is a full featured. So full featured version of the Excel is the window, but we can also use Excel within the browser. Anybody is using the online Excel? Anybody? Okay.
So your screen sharing is stopped, so
Yeah. Okay. Can you able to see now?
Yep.
Okay. So this one is the Excel for your mobile application you can download and which can be used within your mobile applications. So we have the Excel. So this is the Excel, which is the online. So you can also use the Excel online. Right, you can see here, this is the online version of your Excel. But you can see here, you can see only some limited options are there within this, right? Any idea about this online version of Excel? So let's see what
yes,
is.
I mean it
Is
can
it a
save
Google
on
Sheet?
cloud.
Okay. So we have the Excel online version. Another means let's compare it with the desktop version. So currently I'm using the desktop version, right? So on the desktop version, I can save my files in my local storage, right? On my computer. But in Excel online, your file will be stored at OneDrive, your own OneDrive. So Excel online is nothing but the web-based version, right? So this needs internet connection, and you can use your web-based desktop version anytime. So this way, desktop version is offline version, right? So this Excel online has some limitations. So it has limited functions available. So it has limited features available. So like VBA coding, you can't do the VBA coding in the Excel online version. But on the other side, you can do VBA coding on the desktop version. Desktop version is nothing but the full featured version of the Excel. Right. Any question on this? Okay, so what is the basic use of this Excel Online and Excel Desktop is that, for example, so right now I am using the Excel 2019 version, right? So 2019 version. In case I have to share this Excel with anyone who can simultaneously work on the same Excel workbook. So I'm repeating again, if I have to share this Excel workbook and that person should work simultaneously on the same workbook, then I need to upload it on the OneDrive, right? So I need to upload it on my OneDrive or maybe on the any other location, cloud-based location. Then I can share the link, right, through the mail. But this Excel Online, you can directly share the link. You can directly share the link so that person can able to work simultaneously on this, right? So desktop.
Sir,
So this
this
was, sorry,
sir, this Excel Online is a Google Sheet.
no, Google Sheet is different. Excel Online is by the Microsoft only. So
Like,
what you
what
can
is the
do,
difference of Google Sheet and Excel?
so Google Sheet is developed by the Google, so that is different piece. Excel sheet is developed by the Microsoft. So Excel sheet is
Correct.
Microsoft product.
But the Google Sheet UI view also the same as Excel, right?
Yeah. Its view is different. Its view is same, but that is different piece. That is by the Google, and this is by the
Even that
Microsoft
supports whatever the function is supported in Excel.
to some extent. But thing
Okay.
is that why we are using the Microsoft? The thing is that Microsoft have their other applications. Like for example, we know the Outlook is there. We have the
Yeah.
Power BI is there.
Yeah.
So integration is very easy with the Excel. So that is the advantage. So that's why there is no replacement to the Excel right now, right? So we have other different tools also. But why we are using? Because integration with the other Microsoft tools is very easy with the help of the Excel. So you can just search on the Excel, Microsoft Excel Online. Okay. So you can see a pre-Microsoft 365 Online, and you just have to log in with your Microsoft account, sign in with the Microsoft account, and you can able to use this browser based version also, which is online. Okay, so let's come here. Okay, so what was the advantage of this Excel Online? It was that collaborative working was very easy with the help of the Excel Online. So which was a limitation of the desktop version. Okay, so what Microsoft did, so they launched the another version, which is Excel 365. So this Excel 365 can be work as a desktop version. It is also available as a web-based version. So all limitations are covered in the Excel 365. Anybody is using Excel 365? Any idea about the Excel 365? Okay, cool. So the version, most of the people who are working in industry, so they are using this Excel 365. So Excel 365 is the subscription based version, which is paid. So this version is paid, so it is chargeable.
So it's a cloud-based service.
Yep, it is a cloud-based service and it is paid and it is chargeable. So what are the advantages? The one advantage is that for this version is that it's very easy to do the cross-functional or cross-platform Excel. Like it can be integrated with the other tools, Microsoft tools very easily, and it is up to date, right? So some advanced functions are only available within the 365 only. So it comes under the Microsoft as a Microsoft .365. So Microsoft 365 includes like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook. So under which Excel is also the part of the Microsoft 365. I'll show you. Okay, so you can see here Microsoft here, right? So this is the 365. So Microsoft include 365 includes different like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive, Outlook, etc. OneNote is also there. So you can see here. So one version is that which can be paid on yearly basis. So family version is there where up to 6 people can do the login. Another one is the personal version. You can see the pricing of the Microsoft versions. And another one is the paid version is there, which is paid on the monthly basis. You can see 489 per person is there. So if you are going to work on the Excel in industry, then you are going to work on the Microsoft Excel 365 only. Any question on this? Any doubt? Any question on this? Okay, so let me show you the interface of 365. It's similar to this, right? So just here at the top, you can see here auto save option is there. Are you able to see this auto save option which is off? On the left top, you can see your auto save options. So if you are going to save, if you are going to on this auto save options, so your whatever you are going to work, it will be saved into your drive. So that's why this is one is the cloud-based version. And on the left side, you can see your share option. So you can provide access to the other person. So other person can also work simultaneously on the Excel sheet on the Excel workbook. So this is the advantage of Microsoft Excel 365, where we can work collaboratively. Any question on this? Anything? Okay, cool. So if you want to get some practice file for the Excel, from where you can get, anybody idea? Anyone knows the publicly available source from which you can get the files for doing the practice? Any idea? So Kaggle is the best platform to get the files for the practice. Okay. So just go to your browser and just search Kaggle dataset. Okay. Okay, so this one. So first time, it may be asked you to do the login. Anybody knows the Kaggle is supported by which company? Any idea? You just have to go to the data set and you can download any file, right? So just go to the filter and just search for the file which you want, right? If you want Excel based file, you can just search for the Excel. If you can search for the open databases which are available, you can search any file. So right.
Google is the one who is supporting.
Yeah. So lots of public sources are available from which you can get the data for the practice. But this one is one where community is created, and you can get lots of practice material from this platform. Right? It is supported by the Google only. Anything else? Any question? Okay. So last time also we also about the basic user interface of the Microsoft Excel, like Excel has the different tabs out there. Within different tabs, different tools are there. So right now you don't have to worry about the what tools are there and what other options are there within the Excel. So we will start one by one once our regular batch will be started. Okay. So right now we will just understanding about the Microsoft Excel worksheets within the Excel workbook. You can see here. So I can able to add worksheets, right? So these are nothing but the worksheet. So how many worksheet Excel can hold?
Is it
So
unlimited or you have any?
yes. So Excel file is called as the workbook, and within each workbook, sheets are there, right? So these sheets are nothing but the worksheets. So Excel can add up to 256 worksheets only. Okay. And I can rename it. Just double click on the sheet name and I can rename. For example, I'm adding the today's date. Okay. So while renaming, it can hold up to 31 characters only. So again, it has some limitations, right? Just explore the Excel worksheet, right? So some shortcuts are used. If I have to go to the bottom of the Excel worksheet, or the top, if I have to go to the right, if I have to go to the left, some shortcuts are there. You just have to understand how the shortcuts works. Anybody knows Excel shortcuts? Any simple shortcuts? Anyone knows?
Yes, sir. Like
Yeah.
creating a table,
Mhm.
copy paste.
Yeah, just tell me the one by one shortcut. Yeah.
Control N is
I
for
mean-
new sheet.
Sorry.
Control N is for new sheet.
Yes.
Control
So
arrow to move from left, right, up, down. Control
okay.
arrow.
Anything else? Any other?
Control B for bold. Control I for italic, like that.
Okay. So let me bring some shortcuts for you. Is it visible for you?
No, not exactly.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Grayed out.
So yeah. Okay. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. So I think you are able to see the shortcuts, right? Just few examples. I just want to. Can we able to see any common similarity or common pattern within all these shortcuts? Anything?
Control Alt,
Mm-hmm.
the common ones
Yep.
with
Yep.
the other alphabets.
Okay. Cool. Anything else? Okay. So at a broad level, we have two types of shortcuts: control shortcuts and Alt shortcuts, right? So if I have to copy, I can see Control C,
Control V.
Control V for pasting. So some shortcuts for the Alt. So anybody knows any shortcut? Okay, so just Control plus B is for the bold. If you want
Control
to
L.
bold it, you can do it with the help of the right. Alt plus H plus 1. So this can be the alternative shortcuts. So any difference can be able to see. This is for the bold. Any difference between the control shortcut and any difference between the Alt shortcuts? Any difference? So I'm just writing here one name. So I'm just doing the bold with the help of the Control B. Okay, so this is the Control B. If I am going to do with the help of this another shortcut Alt H plus 1. So I'm just pressing Alt H and 1. So have you observed any difference in terms of operational steps? Any difference?
Only thing is that in the Alt additional key is there H1, right? Whereas in the Control just Control B.
If
That
you
is
can
more
observe,
easier.
okay. So if you can observe it very carefully, you can see whenever I'm pressing the Control B, so at that time there is no action as such. If I'm going to press Alt H plus 1, so at that time Alt, you can see on the top in the ribbon, you can see Alt H and then 1. So right. So the difference is that Control is the single action shortcut.
Right.
It is a single action shortcut. What about the Alt? So you can see whenever I'm going to press the Alt H and B, so at that time it is Alt H plus 1, it is navigating to the ribbon, right? So it is navigating to the ribbon, and Control is the single action shortcuts. So Alt shortcuts are very simple to remember. So these are the logical one. You can just remember with the help of the logic, simple. And you need to remember these control shortcuts. There is no way, there is no logic for the control shortcuts. So once you will understand about the all the tabs, which tools are available within each tab, then you can able to use this Alt shortcuts very easily. Control shortcuts are a little bit difficult to remember. Okay, so more than 90% of the Excel shortcuts, you don't have to mug up. You can remember very logically, right? So for Alt shortcut, the key to activate shortcuts on the ribbon is Alt. You can just press the Alt button. So you can see here, home as a H, N as insert, page layout as a P, formula as a P. So shortcuts are here. So you can just, if you want to go to the home tab, you can just press H. If you want to go to the page layout, you can just press P, right? So within the page layout, if you want to use any specific tool, then you can just press that shortcut. Okay, so let's take example, just bold. Okay, so I just want to make the bio name bold. So what I will do, I will just press Alt. So where's that bold option? You just have to recall it is at the home tab. So you just have to go to the home tab, H. Right. So you can see a bold is there. So it is indicated by the shortcut 1. So you just have to press 1. So you don't have to need to mug up the shortcuts, right? So most of the 90% I can say the shortcuts you can remember only with the help of the logic. Any question on this?
Can any means to bold like we have to go to Alt, Home, and then B, right? So we have for that shortcut like Control V only, right? So do we
Yep.
have all the Alt lot means the way we are doing, right? Alt, suppose anything in the data, right? We have to press like Alt D, and then any other options, right? So do we have all the keys, I mean shortcuts with the control also for the same alt shortcuts?
No, we don't have the all alt shortcuts in the form of the control. We don't have
Control.
all. Yeah,
Oh,
for few
okay,
we do have. Yeah,
okay.
and you can see the basic difference is that you need to remember these control shortcuts, but alt shortcuts are logical. You can remember very easily. There is no need of mugging up shortcuts, right? So these are logical one. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay. So let's learn about how to go to the top, how to go to the extreme right, left, and the bottom. So how to do this? How to do this? So control and arrows. So for this purpose, we are using the control and arrows. Okay. So at the right bottom of your keyboard, you can see, so 4 arrows are there. One is towards the left, another is right, one is to go to the up, and another is go to the bottom. Right. So how to use these arrows effectively? So if you want to go to the last row, so what you have to do? You have to hold the control button and you have to click downward arrow. Just hold the control button and just press the downward arrow. You can go at the end, right? So this is for if you want to go to the last row. If you want to come to the top row, then what is the shortcut? Control plus up. So I'm just making aware about the Excel worksheet. How can we work effectively within the worksheet? So right, you just have to press you just have to hold the control button and you just have to press the up arrow. Right. If you want to go to the left side and right side, which shortcuts are used?
Control right and control left.
Yes, very simple. So you just click on the control left if you want to go to the extreme left. If you want to go to the right, just hold the control and just press the right arrow. So right now my sheet is empty, right? So my sheet is empty. So hence it is working on the entire sheet. So let's take the example how it will be work on your table, simple table. So I'm just adding the border to this. Simple, right? So shortcuts are work on this table also in the same way. If I have to go to the last row from this table, so I will just hold the control and down. If I have to go to the top row, I will just hold control and up. If I have to go to the right, I will do control and right. If I have the more data, so at that time I'm talking, right? So right now I have only one, so I can go directly by arrows only, left, right, and up and down. Any question on this?
Sanket sir, is there any way we can go to the, suppose we wanted to go to the direct 100th row of any this. So is there any way we can go to the direct
Sorry, where we have to go directly?
in between any of the data means a cell?
Okay,
Suppose
okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you can go by two different ways. For example, I'm highlighting this cell and you have to go to this cell. So what is the address of this cell?
Yeah, C6.
Yep.
Yeah.
So C6 is the address for that cell. For example, my cursor is at the A1 cell. I want to go to the C6. I can just enter here C6 and I just enter.
Yeah.
Yep, this is the name box where we can see the address for the particular cell. Another way is that, so one was with the help of the name box. So another way is that Control plus G is their shortcut. Okay, So for example, I have to go to, let's take example C6 only. So right now I am in the I6. So I'll press the Control J. So where's the reference? So I will J C6. So this is the go-to option actually. So shortcut for opening the go-to option is the Control plus G. So I will just press OK.
How did you means this is like alias working, right? So Control G is the alias you make, right, for the find. Is it?
The Control G is shortcut to open the go-to,
Oh, sorry, sir. Oh, okay. Go to
right?
okay.
So just press the Control G and you can see a reference. So where
Okay,
you
okay.
want to go. So just add that reference. So C6
okay.
is the address for our cell, right? So just press the C6 and just press OK.
Yeah, so instead of writing that, what is that bar? C6, you have write it there beside that formula bar.
Yeah, this one is the name box.
Named box, is it?
Yes, it is a name
Okay.
box. So
Okay,
name
so to
box,
go
the
to that
purpose of
named
this,
box, Control G is the shortcut. Okay.
yep. So name box is the one way. So name box, always see, like if whenever I'm clicking, you can see here the address
Yeah.
for particular cell, which is nothing but the reference. So you can see here in the name box.
Okay.
So each cell has its own unique address. And you can see here, for example, I'm just clicking into the C6, right? So you can see here C6. So C is nothing but the column name, right? And 6 is nothing but the row number. So by default, Excel, as I already told, that columns are indicated by the alphabets and rows are indicated by the numbers. So this is nothing but called as a reference style. So Excel has two reference style. The first one is A1. So right now you can see is the A1. Why it is called as the A1? Any logic? Any logic? Because it is composed of the A is nothing but the column and 1 is nothing but the rows. So columns are indicated by the alphabets and rows are indicated by the numbers. But another also referencing style is there, which is the R1C1. So right. So this one is the older style. R1C1 is the older style, and A1C1 is A1 is the by default, which is the new reference style in Excel. So how to use this R1C1? So we are going to cover this Excel options topic. So that is a several very big topic. So right now I'm just showing how to activate this R1C1 style. Just I'm clicking the formula and just see here R1C1 reference style. So what is this window? What are the Excel options? So that is another topic. Just remember that Excel option decides how our Excel will be look, right? So behavior or the appear. Sorry. Okay. So appearance of your Excel is decided by the Excel option. So I'm just activating the R1C1 reference style. I just wanted to show how does it look. So you can see here, your column names also become in number format, right? So R1C1 is R here is nothing but the row and C is nothing but the column. So you can see whenever I'm clicking here, for example, I click into this cell. So this is indicating that R15. It means that its row number is 15 and C4 it means that its column number is 15. So the difference between the A1 and R1C1 is that A1 has a fixed address. I'll show you. But this is nothing but the work on the principle of reference. Okay. So I will show you, for example, okay, cool. So just remember that this R1C1 is the old Excel format. So it was initially launched with the time we have started using the A1. But Microsoft has not removed this R1C1 reference style. So it is sometimes it has application within the VBA coding. And some people are also using this R1C1 reference style. So For example, I just want to show the address for this highlighted cell in green in this cell. So how I will show? I will just equal to click. So you can see here. So this one is indicating address for this cell which is highlighted in the green. So how it is indicating? You can see here it is always in the form of the reference. So R indicating that R is nothing but here no number digit is there. It means that it is the one. So same row is there. So both cells are in the same row. And another thing is that so column number. So with reference to the cell which is highlighted here in yellow with reference to that cell, see its column number is -2. Right. So I'll show into this cell. So just click equal to and just click into the grain cell. So it is indicating that this R1 is right now here it is 1. So R is indicating that it is in the same row. But what is the column number with reference to this yellow? So for grain cell, its column number is 2. So it is the +2, right? Any doubt on this reference style?
Can you explain once again?
Okay, cool. So R1 reference style always work with the form of the reference. It don't have the fixed permanent address for the cell like previous cell. So I will show you here. For example, I want to, for example, so here 12 is there. I want this 12 into this cell. So what I will do, I will just click here. So it is indicating that. So the cell which is highlighted in yellow and cell which is highlighted in the green, right? So for green cell, it is showing address that it is R1. So R1, this one is the R1 actually. So R1 means it is in the same row and C-2. It means that this green cells is at second position. That is the -2. It is on the left side, na? So it is in the -2 column. Let me show you into this. So then we will understand. So right, you can see here. So here R is nothing but it is showing that row is same. So this row is same, but column is +2. So this column is +2, nothing but the +2, 1 and 2. You got this?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So no worries if you are not able to understand at this point. We know that this R1 C1 referencing style is little confusing. So mostly it is not used right now, but initially it was there. Some people are using this, but this one is not commonly used. Any question? Okay, any question? Okay, cool.